Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is Olusegun coming of Nusa Capital, bringing to you another video newsletter and another review of an asset. This evening we're going to be looking at gold, and this was prompted by several people that I know who said, well, we've seen your other reviews, why don't you do one on gold? Let us see what you think. So here it is. As always, I always look at the larger time frames, which sets the overall trend. And as you can see, this is definitely bullish. Chiku span running free, Tenkan-sen, which is the blue one here, over the Kijun-sen, and of course the price is above the cloud. Most certainly bullish, no question about that. Our momentum is well above zero here, and of course our squeeze is showing a definite bullish side of things. So at this rate, we're looking at something bullish in the monthly. So let's go down to the weekly and have a quick look there. Here's the weekly again. Just at a quick glance, you can see it's also quite bullish. You can see the flattening of both the Kijun-sen and Tenkan-sen, and that simply indicates that there's not much movement, there's not much price action. In other words, the price action is a bit flat. Chiku runs free, which means that there's definitely something bullish going on here. Now, let's not waste any. Let's just jump down to the day. And here things are not as decisive. Once again here it looks almost like weekly bearish, or heading something stronger going over to being bearish. What do I mean? We've got the Kijun-sen here above the Tenkan-sen. We've got the price range, it's ranged sideways and it's in the cloud. And of course the Chiku span here is just running under the price action. So this may mean that the price may fall. But in order for us to actually understand what's really going on in terms of the price range and what we can expect for the future, let's go down to the 4 hour. Now, why have I mentioned the 4 hour? I've mentioned the 4 hour here because the 4 hour is the bridge between both the swing trader and the long-term trader. So this is the range that you look at to give you an idea of what could possibly happen in the future. And remember that in terms of a change in trend, it tends to come from the lower time frames up. But in this case, we're looking at the 4 hour. And as I've told you before, as I just said earlier, it is a bridge between the swing trader and the long-term trader. So let's have a quick look. First of all, if we look at our TTM squeeze here, we can see that there's definitely a range contraction here. In other words, as you can see up here, the price is just flat. The Chiku span here is caught up in between the price action. This could mean one thing: when Chiku span does not run free, it definitely affects the price. In this case, this may act as resistance and ensure that, may act as support and ensure that the price doesn't fall any lower. Let's look at the price action. As I can see, the price action is going sideways, but as we look very closely here, let's increase the size a little bit here, we can see that the Tenkan-sen is above the Kijun-sen. However, the last price range is under the Kijun-sen. Now, that does not mean that it's suddenly going to become bearish. You need more than that, which means you need several, possibly 2 or even 3 price actions to actually tell you whether it's going to become bearish or not. But because of the lack of decisiveness here, we need to pay attention. And as you can see, this is a rather long price squeeze. There's a long squeeze here in terms of volatility. Volatility has dropped to next to nothing. It's at 0 at the moment. So we need to keep an eye on that. As for the direction of the price, it may, at the moment, it's looking like it may go lower, but there is no real indication of that. Therefore, we must pay attention to what the price actually ends up doing. And as I always said, when it comes to price ranges, ladies and gentlemen, your guess is as good as mine. Anyway, keep your eyes and ears open and your trading sharp. Take care of yourself. Bye.